Hey everyone, Saturday college football, Big Ten style. I'll bring it to you. My beloved Nebraska Cornhuskers, I'm on my way to Lincoln Friday. I'm going to the game on Saturday between Nebraska and Wisconsin, and the winner will be bowl eligible. Something Nebraska hasn't been in since I don't know when. One of the longest routes, if not the longest route in Power 5 conference football. That's right. Five-time national champion Nebraska Cornhuskers, my alma mater, can't get off square one. The line is Nebraska -1, which surprises a lot of people, me included. Total 42.5. Matt Rule, who was going to come in and save Nebraska. Dylan Raiola, 5-star, #1 quarterback in the country recruit who flipped from Ohio State, then flipped from Georgia to came to Nebraska because his dad was a Nebraska legend. Yeah, for a true freshman, better than average. Quarterback play for Wisconsin, average. But let's talk about Matt Rule real quick. Between Temple and Baylor, then let's forget about the debacle as a Carolina Panthers head coach. He's a college coach and a college recruiter. So between Temple, Baylor, and Nebraska, he's had 8 chances to become bowl eligible during the season with a 5-win team, and he's 0-8 straight up. 7 of those games that he lost were one-possession games. And I read a stat, and I'm well aware of it. Nebraska is the king of one-possession games and losing them. Out of their last 42 games that came down to the wire, including one-possession games, including last week against USC, a couple weeks ago against Ohio State, in Columbus. Out of those 42 games, they've won 9. Am I going to lay a point with my beloved Nebraska Cornhuskers in this game? Absolutely not. Until you prove it, until you can win a game. This is probably the biggest game Nebraska's had in the last 5 years. Because they got to go on the road next week and play Iowa. In Iowa City. Good luck. Plus, Iowa's got our number, just like Wisconsin's got our number. We're 1-11 straight up the last 12 times against Wisconsin. They got our number. Now, here's the other thing. Wisconsin fired their offensive coordinator and haven't named one. Wisconsin in the last 3 weeks is 13 points, 10 points, and 13. They took the #1 team in the country with a high-octane attack and shut them down and damn near won that game last week. How much in the tank did that drain for them? Now traveling to Lincoln. The other thing, too, is I want to tell you, this weekend and next weekend, never discount Senior Day. Senior's last home game, which is Nebraska's here on Saturday. Don't discount that. That adds a point or two to home field advantage. It really does. That being said, I'm not interested in the side play. Nebraska fired their offensive coordinator 3 weeks ago, right during the bye week. Dana Holgorsen stepped in. Ex-head coach of West Virginia and Houston, as y'all know. And before that, offensive coordinator for Mike Gundy down at Okie State. Offensive-minded guy. Really didn't have a handle on the offense last week. They debated right up until the day before the game whether he was actually going to call the plays. And then he did. But getting to know the offense, doesn't even know half the players' names yet. Thought they put up a little over 300 yards against USC, had a chance to win the game in the end. But at day's end, that defense of Wisconsin is going to be formidable. Under 42.5. Wisconsin has trouble putting points on the board. Nebraska's had trouble putting points on the board. Both teams have had trouble putting points on the board. That's why both teams fire their offensive coordinators during the season. And the strength of both teams is defense. I'm hoping, I'm praying, and I will be cheering for and having a few beverages before the game with about 80,000 of my closest friends up in Lincoln, Nebraska tomorrow tailgating, hoping for a Nebraska win. Play the under. It's going to be a tight one. DocSports.com, free $60, link in the description below. Also a tab on the website. We'll park $60 in a new account. Comes with a profit guarantee, no hassles, no strings. We have a 7-unit, Big 12. You call it a game of the year. It's my biggest play I've had in the Big 12 all year long. On a 3-pack, DocSports.com for Saturday. Sunday, NFL 4-pack with a 6-unit top play. And don't forget about NFL props. We've been tearing them up with NFL props all year. We're on an 8-2 run with NFL top picks. Year to date, 7-unit prop top pick on a 4-pack on Saturday too. Doc Sports, look for college basketball all weekend long. There's a lot of these tournaments going on. We'll cherry pick a few for you. NBA, NHL, we got it all. Come over and visit us at Doc's.